Hello everyone, my name is Yachimor and I'm presenting you another mid-duel versus my good friend Dogs. This time I'm playing Lycan and he will face me as Invoker. And you might ask, wow, Lycan in the middle, why? Well, due to the not so recent anymore nerf on Lycan, whereas wolves have significantly less health, he isn't that easy to play in the jungle anymore, and I wanted to try him in the middle. And I asked my friend Dogs to face me with something evil, and it turned out to be Invoker. So why is this so evil? Invoker is a magician. He has lots of nuke damage and spells. Also, he's ranged, and I'm going to have to deal with such sort of problems. How do I do that? I'm starting with Stout Shield, with Ring of Protection and Tango. This reduces attack damage that I might receive, and I also can heal up a little bit. Skill wise, I'm going to max out Feral Impulse and Howl first. Why that way? Why not summon wolves? Well, wolves are very mana intensive. They don't have that much damage about HP, so they won't help me last it at this point, and I want to get a lot of damage myself early. So if you can see, I'm starting with 63 damage without a Culling Blade, but that's still enough to get enough last hits. On the other side, Dog starts with 3 branches and Tango, so it's a fast bottle build. And if I recount correctly, he went for the Quas Rex build. So what does this what are the problems and what are the main points I want to focus in this video? So first things first, I am in a slightly worse position here. I'm melee only. I can't reach him that fast, and he has better skills than I am at this point.
Methinks you wanted that.
Really much reliant on my auto attacks. So what you want to do is to play a little bit safer here and try to not get hit that much. As you can see, even with this very basic damage, he can wear me down in the beginning, but he is very low himself because I have such a high base damage. So at this point you have to think, okay, can I trade or should I try to avoid? So you can see I'm going very safe here, because as soon as he gets level 2 he can receive his first skill, and
a penny denied is a penny earned.
Well, he confused me at this point because he didn't have Invoke yet. He just ran for another Rex and I didn't notice it. It was pretty stupid, because I could have been assured, okay, it's safe to farm. That's a very important thing to remember when laning in the middle. Okay, what skill does my opponent use? What does he have, and what's the build he's going to use? At this point he went for Quas Rex. This means he has a lot of disables and rather medium nuke potential, but the Cold Snap, Tornado and Frost Wall are very annoying skills. But as you can see, he doesn't deal that much damage as if he would have used Exort. And you can see I can deal a lot of damage with Howl. Take a look here, 91 damage in the early stages. Reduced by what, 14%? That's not that much. But he is on the safe side. He has a lot of regeneration due to his Quas. He can take some hits, and I am in a slightly bad spot because I have to farm my regen items first. So I need 100 gold for lifesteal or 875 for a health ring. So if you do that, be sure to have enough regeneration until you can afford additional natural regeneration or item-based regeneration. So another thing, so since he has Quas and Rex, he has speed, he has regeneration, but he doesn't have that much of harassing power or the to say it otherwise. He doesn't harass at all. A casual cold snap once in a while can deal a lot of damage. It can... oh, well... how do you call it? It annoys the enemy. And it's more than that. It just takes care that he is at low health all the time. It burns for his regeneration, and as you can see, I don't have any regeneration left, and that's not a good thing to have, because he could burst me down very easily here, dealing some damage, and would force me to retreat, and that is a very important thing to do. If you have the chance to bully the enemy out of the lane, use it, just use it, even if you push the lane a little bit while doing that. If you have melee heroes like, yes, here, like Lycan, like Dragon Knight, who have very short range and can be pushed out of the lane very easily if you're a ranged caster or carry, do so. It grants you free farm, it grants you a level advantage, it helps you have the upper hand in this case. Also, it gives you a minute for free wound control. So at this point I got my morbid mask, I got myself a health, so I can heal up a little bit, and I guess I saw that one coming and dodged slightly, so I wouldn't be hit by it. So I'm level 6 now. Invoker, not level 6. You see, this is like in the first video, if you go for wounds, you put yourself in a slightly dangerous spot, because the enemy can farm that time, and if you don't push the enemy out of the lane, you lose the experience, you lose the money, and you fall behind. This shouldn't happen with as an Invoker versus a Lycan. So remember, at this point, push the enemy out of the lane, so he has to regen, so he has to cover a little bit in the dark to feel afraid of you, and then you can go for the wounds safely without receiving a disadvantage. So I'm feeling pretty secure here. I have my ultimate, which grants me additional health and speed, and he can slow me in that duration, and I'm playing a little bit more offensive here. I want the last hits, I want farm, I want to get my items quickly. I was going for Vlads and here I'm trying to do something. And then you see, if you start out with Hole and Feral Impulse, you get a lot of damage in the early stages, and you can punch your enemy down. You can see, bam, I can hit him, but here's the power of Rex. He has more speed, or enough speed to outrun me, even though I have max speed. He can run away pretty easy and avoid hits, and this is not something that should happen at this point. And I will show you how to focus that. When you're being a melee, what item can help you in this situation very, very much. And see, I'm close to my Vlads, and at this point no real killing potential here, no real danger, and it's all about, okay, let's casually farm last hit. And let's say we have a whole team and we have this lineup in the middle. You want to push out your enemy from the lane, so in this case the Lycan with skills harass him. And then, oh yeah, that was evil. I tried to juke him here a little bit, not to go straight, to confuse him a little bit. Then I regen on these creeps, and they can spec, and I won. Not the optimal route, but confused him a little bit, and it was fun. So what was I saying? If you're playing something like a cross-Vex Invoker, you have incredible kill potential, incredible gank potential, and you want to use that. So harass the enemy out of the lane. That's a close spot, but due to the max movement speed, I get out pretty easily there. But then I'm super low, and I'm looking for ways to regen up and try to stay a little bit behind, but I was a little bit greedy there, and as you see, this might become my downfall soon enough. So, if you're Quas, Vex, Invoker, harass the enemy out of the lane, and then grab the rune and gank a lane. Until, you see, I'm running back at the base. That's so much time. Invoker, in the meantime, can be at a different lane and try to kill something and make tower kills happen. And then he has enough money to wire TP and go back to mid lane before I am back. And in the meantime, he is stronger, he has more money, he has more level than I gained on my way back home. And if he is lucky with his bottle, he even has nearly fully regenerated again. Yeah, see, I don't have boots. I have my blades at a reasonable timing, but I'm still slow. So if you look at the minimap, you see my courier is running around. And what is this courier going to do? He's facing the secret shop and he's going to get me an orb of venom. And you might ask, why an orb of venom on Lycan? Well, as you can see, if this damn camera thing is not annoying me again, the orb of venom grants you a 12% melee slow,
Dire's middle tower
100% chance for that to happen, and this can give you the edge against fast heroes like Invoker. So here I made a little retreat because I wasn't sure what was happening. I wanted to lure him in, and as you can see, I still take a lot of damage from the creeps. I didn't regen as much as I hoped I could, because I don't have wolves. Wolves tank the damage that you would get, and you can heal up. So, mistake for me. I didn't have wolves until I maxed out Feral Impulse and Howl, and this made my jungle attempts not that rewarding, and I didn't have a safe way to regen up. If you have lifesteal, you want to lifesteal more than you take damage, and that's very, very difficult if you have rather armorless hero like Lycan. I do have 8 armor at this point, with 40% physical damage reduction, but could be better. There are better ways to avoid damage. So let's make a check here. I'm level 8, Invoker is level 9, so you saw I went back to... Oh yeah, that's us. He had an haste in his bottle, and now I try to run. Now I try to fight him a little bit, because we are at the same speed now, because we both have haste and the slow doesn't work. It's a good thing. He didn't notice until then. He didn't notice at this point that I had an orb of venom, and I went back into the jungle to heal up. Satyrs are slightly more reasonable to tank here at this point. Oh yes, I forgot. I sold my stout shield so I could have a TP to get back to the middle lane, and that was a mistake, because I couldn't tank that much damage from the creeps in jungle. Would have helped a lot. So yeah, another regeneration, and this is always very, very frustrating. Dox has luck with runes. He has lots of luck with runes. And
the quickening.
I got the follow-up rune, and I tried to go for it here, but then auto-pathing and no chance, and this is super annoying. The tornado dispels runes and buffs, most of it, and this led to my ultimate downfall at this point.
First blood, as indeed I am first in everything.
So if this happens, if you face an Invoker, don't base your luck on runes that can be dispelled, and it will happen, especially against a Vex Invoker. Oh no, he skilled some Exort as well, so he has the full array of skills. And well, let's say he started with Exort earlier, he would have had a lot more damage and could have harassed me a lot more. I personally prefer the Quartz Exort build for the Cold Snap, for the Sunstrike, for the Molten Servants, and here I'm going in again. And now the poison kicks in. And my max movement speed does ignore the wall, and you might have noticed I just attacked the creep, and this happens if you auto attack move, then he will just attack the closest things, and that shouldn't happen. If you want to kill a specific target, click it. If you just want to casually kill something in a rake, do so, but it won't help. It will screw you up most of the time, and this is a very pathetic attempt. As you can see, I have lots of damage. I have additional attack speed. It's 30, that's about 2 Gloves of Haste. It's pretty awesome. It's half a Hyperstone. But my wolves are so weak. I mean, they are so weak. They are weaker than ranged creeps. And so expensive. Yeah, I feared I would get killed another time, so I spawned my wolves to distract him, but he didn't want to pursue me either. I guess he was a little bit afraid as well, because I have lifesteal. But if you are an Invoker, use your skills to the finest and then go and crush everything in your way. Now, what did we learn to this point? If you have an inferior range hero in the lane, harass him in every safe moment. Use your skills to harass him down. You have enough mana for this. Just do it. Oh yeah, and another dangerous situation. I go in, Cold Snap stuns me so often, but the crits were down, and yeah, there was a little mistake on his side. He misclicked his minions and they didn't attack me half the time. So I got another kill. And I was very happy about it because it was a close call again. Oh yes, good thing about Vladimir's is if you use this on Lycan, you can use another attack modifier, like the Orb of Venom. And this is a good thing. It's a cheap version of slow. It's cheaper than getting a Sunch. It's cheaper than getting a Skull Basher. And it's good for the early parts where the enemy just outruns you. 12% slow is very useful at this part. So I'm in advantage of kills. I have a slight level advantage again. And this time I'm going to jungle to region up because I can stand safely there. Too close to the tower, he has nearly full mana. And in such a situation, just go into the jungle if you're safe, if you have the possibilities. You can see I farm up again. I have 2/3 approximately of health again, whereby I had 1/3 before. Good thing, good thing. So let's think about what could I have done better at this situation, or what if Invoker started harassing me a lot, like casting Cold Snap all the time, or having a heavier Exort build and thus more damage. Well, I could have gotten more mana, so let's say I just stacked up with Clarities, I just got earlier Wing of Basilius, and then I would use my wolves, to, let's say, farm from a distance. I can stand, let's say, if the lane is in the middle of the bottom of the river, I can just stand up here, spawn my wolves, and let them go in for last hits without going to the danger of getting killed. And if Invoker would close in to hit me, he would be in a position where the creeps can hit him as well. So what could Invoker have done better in this game? As I said, more harass, more damaging, and this is a thing you see bots do a lot. If you have, if you play a bot game and there's an enemy row ranger controlled by the bots, it's a pain in the ass because she will use every situation to cast her damn frost arrows at you. And this costs you a lot of health, even in the early levels. So here I just bought my wolf to attack the tower, and I went into
Radiant's middle
for
tower
another
is under
kill.
attack.
And as you can see, I don't need mana to hunt him down, I just attack him, and this is the power of a Lycan trove, even without that much of items. Okay, I have Radiance, I have power threats, but most of the damage comes from Howl and comes from Feral Impulse, and is all
Radiant's
and in a
middle
combined
tower is
fashion
under attack.
deals so much damage. It's a lot of fun. But I backed up again. I wanted new creeps, and as you can see at this point, the duel is pretty much over because I'm close to killing that tower. It's 90 minutes in. I have some farm. I have some
Radiant structures
some
are
items, so
fortified.
my core items. if you will.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And the first tower goes down here. But I guess I wanted to play it safe, I'm not sure. Yeah, he comes back, casts his damn tornado and hits me again. Tornado, very powerful tool. And if I take a look, it's not that expensive. Let's see at the damage here. It's some damage, not as much as you can hear with Cold Snap or other spells. But Invoker has no really high, super high damage nukes. He has smaller nukes and he has to use them in Conti. Yeah, I'm lacking words. I'm sorry for that. He has to use them one after the other, so he can pull down the enemy. And here I go
Dire's
in
middle
again.
tower is under attack.
It's just unfair at this point because I have such an advantage, and I just killed this
Radiant's
tower
middle tower has
without
fallen.
creeps. It was fun.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As you see, Lycan has a new role, and I think if you want to play Lycan, take for granted that he isn't the jungler that he used to be, but he has other potential. He has incredible starting damage if you use his passive skills, and if you play more as a lane melee carry, using wolves later for pushing or for remote farming, for tanking for Roshan, you can have an enjoyable experience with this hero. So, my name is Yarimo. I hope you enjoyed this little duel. I hope you learned a little bit about how to focus and how to challenge enemies in this duel. And I'll see you next time.